No, we're going to start it right there. What'd you just say?
I said it's probably gonna suck.
Yeah. What's going to suck?
Gracie's new album.
Gracie who? Say her name.
Gracie Abraham.
Say my name, say my name.
When no one is around you.
Say, baby, I love you.
Why the sudden change?
Say my name, say my name.
We're acting kind of crazy.
I don't know.
Keep calling me baby.
Yeah.
I did karaoke on a cruise with that song.
Really?
Okay, but welcome back. It's Movie Time Podcast, episode 19.
Yeah.
I'm Seth. This is Landon Jackson, obviously, if this is your first time tuning in. We want to start by shouting out something kind of cool. 18 episodes deep across all platforms. We hit 1 million views in total of our podcast content, everything.
I'm in.
That's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people.
And
shout out to those people.
Shout out to you guys, because we started this podcast legitimately just being silly.
It's been like what? How long is 18 weeks?
It's like almost 5 months now.
Not
because
bad.
we skipped a week, it's 5 months.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
Not bad.
Look at us go.
We out here.
Today we're going to talk about The Materialists, a movie that Landon was super stoked for.
You were also super stoked.
Oh, no, I was too, but Landon really was feeling it.
Yeah. Landon's just feeling anything with Dakota, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
I mean, she was great. She was the best part of the movie.
Should we just jump into the review?
I say
I'm in.
Look, who's giving the review first?
Do we want to go?
Do you guys know what I gave it?
No, I haven't even looked.
I'm guessing you gave it 5.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
Let's
I
not
can
say
look
scores
it
first.
up.
I want your guys. Give me your general thoughts, and then we'll give scores at the end. But Jack, give me some of your general thoughts on The Materialist. We'll start with you.
I was surprised, to say the least. It felt like it was, and to a lot of people's credit, a lot of people feel the same way. It was marketed as kind of like a rom-com, and it wasn't.
It's a rom-drom for sure.
Yes. Obviously, there were some parts in it that made me laugh. The scars on his legs, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Funny. When he shrunk 6 inches, laughed at that part also. I really liked it, though. I loved the, serious factor of what dating in today's society can look like. I mean, none of us have dated through a matchmaker, because I don't even know if those exist. But, we've all been set up on dates. And it's sometimes it sucks. Sometimes they're the worst dates you've ever been on. It's probably majority of the time what it's like.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. It just felt like I felt like I was able to connect to what they were going through. And everybody's been broke before. So, we get it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a broke bitch.
That's crazy.
That was crazy. McDonald's?
I'm going to edit that out.
I think you should keep that one.
That shit's insane.
I think you should keep that one.
I'm a little broke bitch. No, fair. I
Yeah.
like those. Landon, what'd you think?
Yeah, I'm the same, where I was expecting more, that 90s, 2000s rom-com style, but I did like the seriousness of it, and it did hit on a lot of risks that come with dating too, which I think is a huge thing that a lot of people just forget about. Yeah. And I will say one thing, having spent so much time down in Provo, Utah County, and when me and my friends would start to hang out with new girls, and always the topic would come up of what are the worst dates you've been on. Some crazy shiz goes down, and it did in this show, very extreme.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that stuff is real, and I think a lot of people don't ever actually think about it. And so for a movie to actually talk about it, I was like, oh, that's actually really important.
Yeah.
And it was very emotional, that scene where
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, loved it.
I was crying right there.
Yeah.
Well, I love the movie. It did I said this to Landon, it threw me for a loop. But once I got through the loop, I was like, I love it. I think when the people I've talked to that don't like it, when I dig into their not liking it, I genuinely do think it's just the missed expectations of Well, I wanted a straight rom-com. This wasn't a straight rom-com. It doesn't follow that formula. It's much more drama. It's very serious film. I to Landon's point, it does deal with very serious subject matter, and I'm really glad it was Celine Song who wrote and directed it because she handled it very delicately. And my review, all it said was, I cried really hard and my girlfriend looked at me weird.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Because I bawled. I bawled at the end. And it was really emotional. It was really touching. And it was really just like heartbreaking too, because like me personally, like I've had that, and it's really tough. And I started bawling. And then Zoe, okay, I can say her name.
Big
now,
Z.
Big Z.
I do not approve of the Big Z nickname.
I thought she liked it.
I don't know.
It's just a reference to
Zoe-
Surf's Up.
Yeah. It's a reference to Surf's Up.
Yeah,
Clearly.
the greatest surfer of all time.
Yeah, my bad. Okay,
Well,
I'll cut
is
that
Cody
out.
better than Big Z
No.
by the end?
No.
Do we ever
Chicken
think
Joe might be, but
Do we ever think that Cody surpasses Big Z?
Cody's
No.
me, bro.
Let me be.
Do you guys remember when we saw that girl at Disneyland who we were talking about Surf's Up? And
No,
she
one
goes,
of us had one of us had our Surf's Up shirt on. I can't remember.
It was one of you.
Yeah.
Cody's me. Let me be me. And then Jackson legitimately for an hour would not give up on having me talk to this woman.
Yeah, dude, I wanted you to talk. She could have back then been the love of your life. She's not anymore because you found her, but
look, it's just one thing to try and talk to a girl at Disneyland. Who knows where she's from?
yeah, but
What
but if she initiates conversation, like
Also-
if she's starting the conversation with you, you're greenlit.
Well, who knows?
Light is green.
Yeah. Well,
3-point shot, cash money, Steph Curry. From
who
the
knows
logo.
what her intentions are? Does she just want to get him to my pants?
I mean, why wouldn't she? you
Maybe
know?
she was trying to skip
Facts.
the line. We were up there.
We
She
were
did
ahead
just
of
want to
her.
skip the line. I would have said, "Get back,
You would have said,
Stop.
stop,
Don't
don't
touch me
touch
there."
me there. That is my no-no
Yeah.
square. This is property.
Shut it
yeah, you would have hit
down.
it with the
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Shut it down."
Look, the one time at Disney, when Mom was there, she was talking to this really cute girl in front of us, but then they're talking about pants. But I can't jump in at that point. That's just a weird.
No, girls talking about pants. If you jump into a conversation where they're talking about pants, you're just a pervert. Shut it down.
Shut it down. Goes in you, goes in me, goes in all of us.
Yeah. No, but the Materialist, I really liked. I also really liked the messaging. One thing I will say is Pedro Pascal's really good in the movie. His character's really interesting because he has a monologue in the middle of the movie when they're at dinner. It's actually pretty like emotional, and it's like really, it's clearly like how when you're rich and have money and have all these things, like you truly like get to a point where you want what you want and you don't care what wants you. Like, I know what I want, blah blah blah, because I have what I have, it's mine. I thought that was really interesting because typically I would hate his character.
He was like so genuine though at the same time.
Yeah,
you know?
no, that's the
Yeah.
thing. The monologue's really good. It's written really well.
Yeah.
Like to the point of when everything that happens in the movie happens, I was like, wow. Also, Chris Evans is so good in the movie.
Yeah, shout out. It's about time Chris Evans got put in a good film with like
Yeah.
good dialogue and just it was written
And like
well.
a good director.
Yeah.
Who like will probably push him to do multiple takes. His monologue at the end, oh,
The wedding.
yeah.
The wedding scene was crazy.
And Dakota
what-
Johnson, incredible.
So good.
She's so good. Particularly her scene when she's in the office after everything happens and she's just talking and she's like trying to
Yeah, that scene like hurt to watch because her boss was just like, whatever, like it happens there, and she was just like, you could feel
Yeah.
the pain, and then when she like stalks her kind of, you
yeah.
know,
Well, and
just,
that,
yeah,
well, that's the thing, right? Is I think it's a really interesting look at like modern dating in a sense of like I do think this happens to a lot of people, and it is treated as like well, that's kind of the risk you take if you're going to try and find the love of your life.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, it's not just modern dating. That's always been the case. But it just sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks that,
And then,
that's
yeah.
a thing.
And when she, spoiler alert, when she calls Dakota Johnson, and she's like, he knows where I live because he asked to walk me home and I was afraid to tell him no.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, it's like, just felt so real, you know?
Yeah.
Like, obviously I've never gone through that, but I've heard stories of friends who have, like, been in situations like that.
Yeah.
And so just is, like, you're putting people that you know in that situation.
Yeah.
And it just, like, hits differently.
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, that's the whole thing,
Yeah.
right? That's the whole thing with that character who's really, interestingly enough, obviously the movie is very much about Dakota Johnson's character and what she's going through. But I feel like the real, like, the character that really, like, controls the whole movie is, I'm forgetting her name in the movie.
Sophie?
Sophie.
Yeah.
Wait,
Sophie?
is that Dakota Johnson's name?
No, that's Lucy.
Okay, Lucy. Sophie.
Is it Sophie?
I think so.
Oh, time out.
She just is so good. And she's really good too when she's like talking and she goes, he's this, he's that, he's the other thing. But I mean, there's definitely funny parts. Definitely when she's talking to the guy who's like, I wasn't thinking 30s. And he's like, I want 27.
Well, is that not the guy who assaulted her? Robert?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh.
No.
I don't know if we ever saw that guy.
We didn't.
Okay.
We
Look.
heard his voice.
I put that dude's face to the name of the assaulter
dude.
because he pissed me off.
Yeah.
Look, I want to say one thing.
Say it.
That because the whole thing basically is like you almost can't control who you love. Like it just happens.
Yeah.
And like even though there was that other super great match, everything looked great. You just can't control who you go back to. But then I feel like a lot of my time, social media, whatever, in Utah, you see these couples on Instagram and you're like, she is super cute and he is not. Was this just a business transaction like the Pedro Dakota type of thing where she was like, oh, this will be kind of easy. It works. I can figure it out.
Yeah.
Or like, is this like oh yeah, I'm actually in love? Because I swear like 80% of them in Utah are just like, oh, this is like a good business transaction. I can make this work.
Well, the thing about it, right, and that's an interesting thing, is I think we always go there to where it's like, oh, he must have money. Or, oh,
Big dick.
he must have a big old cockadoodle-doo.
Actually, that's definitely what they're thinking in Utah. Never mind.
Right?
Well,
But,
in Utah, they're not thinking that because none of them have seen it.
but I like...
I don't know.
I don't know, maybe, but
Yeah.
I like
technically.
the reason this movie's great though to that point is like it really is like we can't control who we love. And love happens so quickly and weirdly and like who actually knows? Like love is just a feeling, like you know it when you know it. It's uncontrollable. And it's a hard feeling too. I think that was that was like one of my favorite messages is that like true love is hard. Because if you get to a point where you're like, I don't want it, it's going to pull you apart. And it really is like material assets come and go. But like love, it will stay forever. When I look at your face, I see
wrinkles.
I see wrinkles, gray hair, and kids that look like you.
Yeah, bro. Chris Evans was spitting in this movie.
He was spitting.
And look, I get that he's broke, but he's also sexy. So, like, yeah, it makes
But also,
sense.
I'm going to say in their little fight in the car when it did the flashback, I get it. Parking stresses me out too, bro. I'm on edge when I have to go downtown and find a place to park.
Landon's in the theater.
I'm like,
stop being mean to it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh,
you
dude,
go downtown and it's
parking
like,
stresses me
let's
out.
find a place to park. And then I'm like, well, that's $30. I'm out.
That's so funny.
It made sense. But also, sometimes if it's anniversary, I guess you just got to bite the bullet.
But also, like, yeah, true. You got to bite the bullet. You got to do it. $40 for parking.
Whatever. She's worth it.
She is. She is good woman. Good woman.
That was
It's a
that.
good movie.
He's saying that about you, Big Z.
What?
I said he's saying that about you, Big Z.
First of all, Zoe is legitimately the most fabulous person in the world.
Yeah, my girlfriend, when she met her, said, "So why are you dating him?"
No, wait. This is exactly what she said. Zoe, you seem so like normal and
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. So like, I'm just trying to figure out like why you're dating Seth. I go, Allie. I go, thanks a lot, Allie. She goes, no, it's just because like, I'm like, just because of what?
That's what I said. You two like balance each other out.
I just say random things.
Maybe
She's
that's what
just
she
yeah,
likes.
she's just like
she likes being on her toes.
normal, down to earth, and Seth is just not that in a good way though. You know?
I'm down to earth.
Sometimes you're a little pretentious, Seth.
Shut the front door. I'm not pretentious, dude. Materialists, you guys gave it 4s.
I gave it 4, yeah.
I gave it 5.
I think-
The third act cemented the 5. First act is okay. Second act is really dang good, and the third act is perfect to the point where I was like, I fully want to give it a 5. Yeah, I really liked it.
That's good.
Everyone's so good too.
You want to know what movie's not a 5 or even a 4 for that movie?
What?
A Working Man.
A Working Man with
Jason Statham.
Oh, I like that movie.
That movie sucked.
No, it didn't. It was fun.
That was some of the worst acting I think I've ever seen.
Dude, you're literally. Here's the thing, dude.
No.
You said, and same with Shadow Force.
Yeah, Shadow Force. Bro, okay, look. At one point in Shadow Force, they're fighting, and it was worse acting than Rocky 1 fighting.
Hey, look.
And the dialogue in that was so bad. At one point, also in A Working Man, when he's at the bar and he's meeting the boss, and the guy goes, "You're not a cop. You're a working man." I'm like, okay, bro.
It's
Like, this
badass,
it's
dude.
not. It's not badass.
No,
And the action isn't even that cool in this one. Like a lot of Statham's movies, the action, like The Beekeeper,
Great movie.
the dialogue in The Beekeeper sucked also, but the action was like made up for it, right?
Woman watched Beekeeper on the flight the other day, right in front of me.
Yeah,
Great film.
sick. It goes crazy. The action in this one wasn't even that good.
I remember liking it. To be fair,
You
I
did,
don't
you gave it
remember
4
anything
stars.
about it besides Michael Pena being in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I
and
just wasn't a big fan of that. Watched it today.
Shadow Force, I do really like. But I understand. I agree with what you're saying. It just works for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe I'm just being a harsh critic.
No,
right
you're
now,
not.
but
You're not. You like what you like, and that's fine.
Yeah, that show kind of sucked.
Here's what I will say. I've decided I'm no longer gonna tell people that their opinions are wrong, or that they don't like movies. Starting now.
I will always tell you that you don't like movies. Nobody else does.
Okay, we're back to it though.
Wait, I want to say something. So, at my work, this new lady joined our team, whatever, and we brought it up because they live way in the heck out. Who knows where, Eagle Mountain area, and I'm like, there's not even good movie theater out there. That sucks.
Yeah.
And of course, it comes up like, oh, Landon's really big on movies. He needs like
guy.
a good movie theater, and I'm like, I need like good IMAX next to me, whatever. And the lady's like, well, there really haven't been that many good movies coming out lately. And I was just like, when people say that, it makes me so mad because I'm like, are we just not even like?
We're just not part of the same universe.
No, it truly is. They live in a different world.
Yeah,
They
they're
live in a
not
world
tuned
where they
into-
look at us and they see we go to one movie a week and they think we're insane.
Yeah.
They think that we're like, we have no life. They don't know what's coming out. There's so many people out there that call themselves movie fans that don't even know that Sinners came out or was a thing.
Well, if Sinners didn't gain so much popularity online, it wouldn't like. I don't know. That's a kind of a stupid statement for me to say because, like, yeah, obviously it wouldn't have done the numbers that it did had it not gotten so popular online. But could you imagine if we didn't have social media, Sinners would have flopped.
Yeah, Sinners would have. I mean, I remember.
But it's one of the best movies I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, Oh, it's next level.
And it would have been one of those movies that like 20 years from now or like 30 years from now, people would have like found it
Yeah.
and been like, holy crap, this movie's so good.
Yeah.
But
No, 100%. I mean, we'd still be looking at newspaper clippings of movie showtimes.
yeah,
Did you guys
that's
ever do that?
crazy. I didn't know.
We used to do that. I'd look at the newspaper every Friday to see what movies had come out.
Really?
That's how I knew. Like, we would see so many movies that we'd see trailers, but then the newspaper would come, and there'd be the back where it'd show all the local theaters. This was back when there was like Hollywood Connection, the Cinemark in Bountiful, like none of the new theaters, like the Megaplex in Sandy.
Yeah.
And
You had to call for the show times.
yeah, you had to call for the show times, or they would list the show times on the newspaper, and we would choose a show time. We'd go. That was a lot of fun. And then there'd be a section that says coming soon, and it'd be what movies were coming next week.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
But like that is like core memory for me, is like looking at the newspaper, seeing She's the Man, seeing Amanda Bynes, and being like, this looks funny. My sister's like, yeah, that looks funny. It was out at the
It's not
exact same
funny,
time as The Shaggy Dog with Tim Allen
Shaggy Dog's
playing
probably
the
better
Shaggy
movie.
Dog. You don't like She's the Man?
Not really, no.
Okay, that's fair enough. I think it's pretty funny.
I think I just hate it
But-
because my sister loved it so much.
I
Oh,
hate the portrayal of soccer in that movie.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I'm like, this is not how it's played.
But no, yeah, She's the Man. But that was a lot of fun. But yeah, no, that is super frustrating when people are like, there are no good movies coming out. And I'm like, well, I always ask, well, what's been coming out? They go, well, I don't know. And I go, so how are there no good movies coming out?
That's the thing. I literally hit her with, I was like, Mission Impossible just came out. Lilo and Stitch just came out. How to Train Your Dragon just came out. Materialists just came out. I was like, Bring Her Back was great. I literally was like, those are in the
Ballerina
last, like,
just came
Ballerina.
out,
I'm
like-
like, those are like last, like, 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Lilo and Stitch? Finally went and saw
You
it.
guys really liked it. Did you see it?
I was crying.
Dude, I cried like 4 times. Allie, she was sobbing as
Really?
we walked out of the theater.
Like,
Nice.
Yeah.
bawling. I was like, oh, geez.
Her only critique was that Nani didn't have a fat enough ass.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which, like, I went back and watched the cartoon, and Nani wasn't that, like, she didn't have that big of a dumpy. She just had thick legs.
yeah, she got that hourglass.
She
Okay,
got
but
thick thighs.
Nani's live action Nani's one of the prettiest women I've ever seen.
She
She was
wonderful.
also so good.
And no, Lilo was so good, dude. And honestly, Stitch looks awesome, is awesome.
And I thought it was. I know that everybody was upset that they didn't put Pleakley in a dress, but I almost thought that it was funnier that his outfits were like feminine
Yeah.
without being like dress. You know, like I just thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know. I messed with it. I gave it 5 stars. I cried
saw
4
that.
times.
I give it 4.5. I had to dock it the half star because the Benson Boone song was in it.
Oh, I didn't even
There's
notice.
a Benson Boone song in
Oh wait,
Lilo.
was that a different?
No, that
No,
was
no,
a
no, no.
That's Karate Kid.
Karate
that's
Kid.
Karate
Dang it! I'm getting my movies mixed up.
Karate Kid's 5 stars.
No, I
did.
did. Did I give it 5?
I don't know. Let me check.
I gave it 4.
Why did you give it 4?
4.
I just did not like the Jumba.
Jumba.
Like, I didn't like that storyline. I really didn't. I thought
I
that
gave
they
it 4.5.
kind of did my boy dirty.
Why did they do him dirty?
Because in the animated, he's Uncle Jumba. He's that dog. Like, he's
Yeah,
not.
I think
he's
they
not evil at all.
No, I think they just tried to simplify.
I think so too. I
Yeah.
think so too. But for me, that decision didn't work.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Right,
That's
but, like-
fair. I think what I loved the most about it was Lilo and Nani's relationship.
Me too.
Like that just hit hard. And then Stitch at the end,
Yeah.
yeah, bro, diving into the water to finally be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what broke Allie. That's what made her cry the hardest was because she thought that Stitch was gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're not gonna kill Stitch.
I will say when he was when he was down there, Zoe definitely next to me was like, "No, get him."
Okay, wait.
King.
There's 2 movies that I recently watched.
Okay, hit us.
Deep Cover. It's a new one on Amazon.
I
Oh,
heard
with Orlando
funny.
Bloom.
Orlando Bloom,
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Howard, and then Nick Muhammad from Ted
Ted
Lasso.
Lasso.
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's fun.
Yeah.
I gave it 3.5. I was like, it is fun and it has its funny moments,
Okay.
which is a good one. But then the other one, I gave it 3.5 also. It's called Babes. Have you seen it?
Oh, with
It's
yeah. Not a
Yeah.
fan.
I gave it 3.5 just because it had moments that were like super funny.
Yeah.
And then the ending was like really good and I was like tearing up a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I just finished Tire season 2, Shane Gillis's TV show, which is, I'm sorry to say, it's the funniest TV show. But no, yeah.
have you seen Stick yet
Stick?
on Apple TV?
The golf.
Oh, with Owen
Owen
Wilson.
Wilson?
Yeah.
No. Is it good?
Pretty good.
Did you finish it?
I mean, I'm caught up as far as you can go.
Oh, yeah.
I think
I started. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think like it has like funny moments, but it's more of like, I don't know, like it's not like serious, but like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like interesting watch.
Okay. I need to watch it.
And like if you've golfed before,
Yeah.
kind of jealous of that kid. He's cooking.
Yeah?
Imagine just being like naturally gifted at that. You know what I'm saying?
Holy shit. Be
Just like
insane.
that would go crazy. I started watching Dope Thief.
I watched the first 2 episodes. It's kind of sick.
Yeah,
Dope Thief?
yeah, on Apple TV.
Oh, is that the one? Yeah.
Me and Seth watched the first episode.
Yeah, first episode goes crazy. The end of the first episode had me tripping a little bit.
Did you not watch the
Really?
second episode?
No, I haven't finished it yet.
Tripping.
Yeah, I was in bed like trying to sleep, but then I was like, I can't go to bed. I need to finish this episode.
Respect.
But I was tired.
I mean, the first episode, like the whole premise of them like pretending to be cops and then raiding the drug dealers and then stealing all their money and then just bailing.
Yeah.
It kind of goes hard.
Kind of smart.
Um,
Who's selling drugs around here? Who we got to raid?
true.
Did you interview today?
Wednesday's
Wednesday.
my final.
Yeah.
Nervous?
Oh, yeah,
Do you have to go in?
What?
Do you have to go in, or is it still?
Going in.
What are you gonna wear? What's the fit?
Business cash.
He's going to put on his Lulu again.
Which Lulu?
All of it.
The suit from Hawaii?
The full suit that I bought in Hawaii.
Okay, can we talk about that real quick? One, dude shows up to Hawaii. We take him out out in the water. The waves are pretty big. He's got his designer sunglasses on.
So funny.
$600?
They were expensive.
And I go, Seth, you either gotta get up to where we are, or you gotta go back
Because he was just standing right at
right
the
in the-
wave break. Like right where the waves were breaking, he was just standing there.
right there. So we're like, either you go back or you get to where we are because those glasses are gone. And it's like, no, I'll be fine. Comes out immediately, gets slammed, glasses gone.
I was so sad.
Yeah.
So he's already, $600 shot. Then we go get some food later. There's a Lulu. Dude walks in, drops like $1,000 on Lulu to make up for losing the $600 glasses.
Wasn't $1,000.
It was, how much
It
was
was
it?
$733.28.
He's checking his bank statement. right now.
Retail
I did
therapy,
not
dude.
have sexual relations with that woman, okay? My thing is I need to take the Lulu in to get fitted again.
Yeah, because you got too skinny.
Well, I bought pants 3 weeks ago to wear for work because I was like, I need pants that are tight enough that I don't have to wear a belt. Don't really like belts all that much, especially when I'm working. They were tight on me 3 weeks ago. Yesterday, wearing them at work, fall down.
Hey,
King.
mid-delivery?
Oh, dude, I want a Zin so bad right now. I'd fucking
How long's it been?
2 weeks.
2 weeks with one screw up.
One relapse.
One relapse that I put in, and 20 minutes later, I was like, you should take it out. And I dream about it.
Yeah, Seth dreams that his pillow is just a big fluffy Zin.
I'll damn put a Zin up my ass, bro. At this point, get me a hit of that nicotine. And I know where the cheapest Zins are in town too.
Really? What one?
It's at Arby's gas station in Woods Cross.
Oh, the one over there.
They're $3 cheaper a can.
Really?
$3 cheaper?
Yeah, they're
Is that an
$4.50 a
accident?
can. No, dude, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna go pick some up.
Is
after
it not the
this.
same as the Arby's over here in Centerville?
Probably is. I'd have to check, but
That's
I'm gonna
where we
go.
used to work.
I'm gonna go pick some up.
We used to run that car wash.
Yeah.
I would like to become a nicotine addict again.
I don't know if you would though.
I'm just
Look.
so
Let answer one question. Are you better at Fortnite with them or without them?
with them.
Okay, get them back.
Get them back.
How many people are in America?
A lot.
Billion?
Do you want me to tell you the
Yeah,
exact
I'm
number?
pretty sure. Are we like 7? I don't know.
7 billion people in
No, I don't know,
America?
dude.
340 million.
Okay, so 1 out of 340 people have watched or listened to a piece of our podcast.
Crazy.
Gang?
So,
So that many people are gonna know about
your move,
Zens.
press passes.
Hey, look. We won't disappoint. You want to know what I'm really excited for that I wish we had press pass to?
What?
28 years later.
Well, if we had press passes to it, you wouldn't be able to go because you're going.
No,
with-
well, in that case, it's like,
it's work.
yeah, it's work, you know?
I am so great transition, by the way. 28 years later, coming out this week, Alex Garland wrote, and our boy Danny Boyle's back directing.
I'm in.
It looks incredible, dude.
Look, yeah, and Aaron Taylor Johnson looks
Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah. Ralph, my guy. Whatever his name is in the new Hunger Games movie. President Snow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that movie looks like it goes crazy. So Landon hasn't seen 28 Weeks Later or 28 days Later. And so
time.
he's got time to watch them
Oh,
this
yeah.
week.
Well, they're both like an hour and a half.
Yeah. But what I think this one, just based off of the trailer, looks like it does more so is like on top of the zombies, it also is like the weird cults that have developed after these 28 years of
Yeah.
this apocalypse. And it just feels like it looks like it's going to give off just more intense vibes. Like in 28 Days Later, what is it? The first like 30 minutes is him just walking around the streets of London.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's
very
just
much
empty.
like
It's like-
one of those like desolate zombie
Yeah.
movies.
And then the last 30 minutes of that movie goes crazy.
Yeah.
And there's like, obviously it's fun in like when he meets up with the crew, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like fun time throughout, but the end of that movie goes crazy. So it's very much like a slow burn into this really big finale. And it's a good movie. I wasn't a big fan of 28 Weeks Later.
Yeah.
Just because the fact that like you're telling me that you're in a military compound and 2 armed guards don't shoot the zombie that's running at them.
Yeah.
You like,
Here's what I will say. I'm in. This movie's going to be movie of the year.
second best movie of the year.
28 years later, I think the big thing with it is like it just looks intense. And it also looks like a really good like this is where the world's at. Here we go, because it's a trilogy of movies coming out. They've got 28 years later and then 2 others, and Cillian Murphy's going to be in the other 2.
Do we know what the other 2 are called? Like
Probably it would
28
probably be like
years
29 years later, 30 years later.
28 years and 28 hours later.
28 seconds.
28 years, 28 hours, 28 seconds later.
We only have 5 minutes to save the world. Hesitating. Grab a boy and grab a girl.
This is good. That was a good transition.
Only got 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes. Madonna. You gotta give it a high. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. You guys want to hear about my dream the other day?
Sure.
Okay, so you guys ever seen Call Her Daddy, the podcast? Alex Cooper.
I mean,
I know of it, but
You
I
know,
never watched
do you know
it.
her?
Yeah. Doesn't she have a thing on Hulu right now?
Yeah.
Did
yeah,
you watch
I
it?
am Alex. I haven't watched it, no. But I have a dream the other day, and I sign up for a lip syncing competition that's going to be on TV.
Okay.
Don't read the fine print. I just sign up, send in an audition tape. Okay? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling ready. I get on the show. Little do I know, the fine print was pretty effed up. Okay? I get past the first round. Easy.
Obviously.
2 people get voted out. boom, boom. Both of them live executed on television.
Like that new Stephen King movie.
Yes, live executed on television. Wow. It's like Squid Games, but I'm in it. And I get to the final two. You'll never believe what happens.
You lost.
I tell them to put on Never Say Never by Justin Bieber for my lip sync. They put on Bet on It from High School Musical 2. Don't get me wrong, I crush Bet on It, but I'm not prepared for Bet on It. So I'm a little bit at a disadvantage because for the first 10 words, I'm like, what the hell's going on? Literally, my dream ends, gun to my head, Alex Cooper about to live execute me on television. I could be dead right now.
Well, and then you woke up.
Should we pitch her that idea? She's got the power to make it happen.
True, it's a great idea.
Yeah, make sure you patent that right now.
I would have called her daddy if she would have just not executed me.
Did you guys hear that Will Smith said that he got pitched the lead role in...
Oh, in Inception.
Do we believe that?
I feel like he'll say anything.
I feel like he will too, and especially because that song came out now,
I'm
and it's
kind
just
of like,
trash.
Respectfully, I love Will Smith. I'm over Will Smith. Just like ever since everything happened, it feels like everything he does is just like like I'm trying to.
Well, also, yeah, I don't know. And that music video, like pretty girls. Like, are you still not married?
Well,
did they not get a divorce? Yeah, fact. She sucks.
She's terrible. I just remembered them doing that whatever tabletop thing and her talking about cheating on him. And
her wishing that she was with Tupac instead.
And him being like, you were in an entanglement or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, bro. He really messed up with her because he could have had Margot Robbie.
Oh, yeah.
Like
he could have had anyone.
Yeah.
Big, bold, beautiful journey. Margot Robbie, Colin Farrell. Movie of the year.
I'm excited for that one.
Maybe, that's my most anticipated of the year.
Now, is it?
Yeah.
Over F1.
I have cried every time I've watched that trailer.
Wait, over Avatar 3?
Yeah.
You are just crying because of what it reminds you. Well, I wouldn't say that's the only reason, but I feel like it's hitting home to you because it reminds you of like...
Yeah, they stole my idea.
The similarities of your movie script.
It's also got Gracie Abrams' song in the trailer.
Yeah. Plant.
They did plant that song in the trailer because it banged.
Daddy JJ was just like, hey, why not use my daughter's song for this?
JJ Abrams not even involved in the movie. It's not anything to do with him.
Who cares? You don't think JJ could make a phone call?
I don't think he did.
Well, you wouldn't think that he did because you have a hard-on for Gracie Abrams.
So what? So what? I have a hard-on. My dick's hard 99% of the time. I've got 3 times the normal national average of testosterone running through my body.
We need to have a button that's just press for Zoe.
It calls her, patches her through to the podcast.
Help, I'm feeling unsafe.
Help, please.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Maybe that's what the button should be. Should we just make a button that says that and it's her voice saying shut it down?
Shut it down.
Yeah. I could program it into this.
Yeah, do it.
Shut it.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. The whole system shuts down because the entity got to us.
Nice.
That's what the entity wants, is to shut it down.
Yeah.
The entity. It's a good. Okay, well, this has been fun.
What a random episode it's been.
But 28 years later, we'll talk about next week.
I'm in.
Elio. I mean, I'm
really excited for Elio. I am. I know a lot of people are like, it looks kind of stupid, which kind of pisses me off because everybody always complains about Disney making live action remakes. And then when they make an original movie, everyone's like, it looks stupid.
Maybe we can see it this weekend, all of us.
Quit being freaking losers, everyone.
Well,
we should see that on Sunday night.
We still got to see How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, I want to go see How to Train Your Dragon tomorrow.
I need to see it.
I'll get a Chili's tattoo, honestly.
I would get a Chili's tattoo.
A Chili's tattoo with a cowboy hat?
Me too. I think if we get a Chili's tattoo, though, then they should just let us eat for free whenever we want.
Should we go get one?
I'm in.
I do think it'd be cool if we had matching Chili's tattoos.
Landon's idea, Landon's original idea, weren't you the one who said with the cowboy hat on it?
Yeah, a little chili with the cowboy hat.
Yeah, and then like, I'll get a chili inside of a space helmet or something like that.
I don't know about that one, but
yeah, I don't know.
I'll just get big on the back. You know how
Chili's?
LeBron has the chosen one?
Just
Mine
says
will just say three for me.
So funny.
With a huge ass chili on my chest.
Just down his back.
Or just get the whole menu on your back.
The 3 for me menu tatted down your back.
Chili's, if you are down to give us free food for life, I will get the entire Chili's menu tattooed on me.
I'm in.
I'm in. Yeah.
No, I will get the entire Chili's menu tattooed on me if I can get free Chili's for 10 years.
Is that with Taco Bell too?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to make it too complicated. I just want Chili's.
Just Chili's.
I'd eat there every day.
Facts.
Every meal. I'd be so rich. No, I'd
You
still
would be
be
so rich.
I'd love to be rich.
You are, dude. With friendship.
And love.
No, guys.
Chris Evans didn't have that much money either.
True. When he talked about how much money he had in his bank account in that movie, I looked at Zoe. I go, he just like me for real.
Yeah.
So I said in my review about Pedro. He's
Oh,
just like me.
dude.
Short Kings. Where
So
you at?
funny.
Your
So
review
funny.
was hilarious.
When he shrunk, when he was like 6 inches,
when he starts going down,
and then he just starts going
he
down.
elevators.
So funny.
This is my new therapy.
Yeah.
What, the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Did you give up on your other therapy?
Million views.
A million views.
A milli vanilli of Adderall.
Okay. My name's Saurus19 on Letterboxd. Jax Pete on Letterboxd. Lando Pete on Letterboxd. This has been the craziest, weirdest episode of this.
I don't know if it has, though, honestly. I feel like we've had some weirder ones than
wild
this.
ones. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Next week, can we just discuss, like, top actors of all time?
Let's do it. Hell
I'm in.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
Timmy.
And, you know what we'll be doing next week, too, is we will be reviewing F1.
Yep. Is that next week already?
We're seeing
It is.
F1 next Monday. We're going to do the pod after and review it.
Oh, I'm about to bust.
I'm literally about to bust in my panties. I'm sorry.
You got to just end it right there. Shut it
down,
down.
Sash.